We're going to end up at Valhalla, aren't we?
Oh yeah, I think so, yeah.
The end of the road is always Valhalla. Always in Zagreb. Welcome to Valhalla. Hey guys, this is Chris Kermis and you find me today in Zagreb for an unexpected and unplanned short stopover. I'll be here for a little over 24 hours and I'm going to take the opportunity to show you guys around. We're not going to any museums, we ain't got time for that. We're just going to see the real life of the city. Come join me. So I'm going to hop on a tram now and head up into the hills. Going to a little brew pub, going to meet a local friend there and get some well-needed food. No, I'm no stranger to this place. It's a little bit out of the way from the centre, but if you know where you're going, then this is a fantastic place to come for some beer and food. When my friend Saba suggested we come here, it wasn't exactly hard to convince me. So, gonna grab a bite to eat and some good beers right now. Okay, so here now at this wonderful brew pub. I really love this place. It's probably my third time here now, but just got the food here and with my friend Saba here. How do you actually pronounce the name of this place?
It's Mlinarica.
Mlinarica.
Yeah, Mlinarica.
Mlinarica. See, I can't even say it right. It's such a good thing I didn't actually say this on the video earlier because I can't even say it. So the food is great. I've actually had this dinner before, but I'm going to show you guys now. So this is basically the dream. This is pork with ham in and cheese. Look at that beauty. And then some chips on the side. I thought when they said chips, it was the English chips, so some fries. But it's actually not, it's crisps, as I would call them. So here we go. Let's have a look at this. This is beautiful. It's so simple, but so tasty. Oh yeah. I've been dreaming of this since I was last in Croatia a year ago. This is so good. Just nicely charred and burnt on the outside. Just this amazing flavour. And what's not to love about pork tenderloin with lovely drooling cheese inside. Fantastic. So this is a very traditional place here for Croatian food. Saba, what is Croatian food in your experience, and is this a good representation?
Yeah, actually it is. So I would say this place represents very well traditional Croatian food. I'm sure if you can see, I'm eating a goulash here, which is a game, and it's absolutely delicious.
Fantastic. I mean, it certainly tastes great to me, and I remember before being in Zagreb in the past, the food is just really enjoyable. It's really hearty, good food, very meat heavy. But yeah, absolutely enjoy coming here. But I know also there's a lot of very trendy, modern sort of food here as well that I'll be exploring back in the centre. But it's great to be here right now. And what better place to start than Zagreb's main square? This is really a focal point of the city. We've got a transport hub where a lot of tram lines go. And basically behind this way you've got Lower Town, and up this way you've got the Upper Town. So we're going to explore the Upper Town first, and around this kind of area we'll head down to the Lower Town a little bit later on. And this route up from the main square takes us into the Upper Town. You see the stairs ahead leading to a market area. We'll go check that out now, and it should lead us onto the cathedral. Unfortunately, as you see, the cathedral's still under renovation, so we can't quite see it in all its glory. Those shoddy staircases take us even deeper into the Upper Town. Kind of quiet at the moment because it is the afternoon. And here is the thinnest street in Zagreb. And here's one of the entrances to Zagreb's tunnel network. Originally built during the war, I believe. Now it's a bit of a tourist site, really, and it's so lovely and cooling down here. Quite curious where this is going to take me. I genuinely have no idea. But it's quite a long tunnel, this one. That's pretty damn handy right there. It's basically taken me exactly the direction I want to go. This is the classic classic Zagreb site, St. Mark's Church. Now we walk towards the stone gate, the medieval gate that was the entranceway to this part of the city. Just back from the main square, you've got this lovely area packed full of terraces, restaurants, bars, packed full of life, loads of people out here on the terraces all the time, it seems. Now for me, one of the joys of Zagreb is not just having the traditional Croatian food, it's also having some of the modern stuff that you can get here. There's a lot of kind of hipster, modern, fusion food here. Nothing to do with the traditional Croatian, but absolutely delicious. So I'm going to a place now that I know from past trips. It's called Kai Street Food, down a pretty nondescript alleyway just off the main square. But this place has always been good. So I'm going to go and check it out now. Okay, this is it. The food's arrived and it looks absolutely fantastic. Completely different, completely unusual. Certainly not traditional food here, but lovely nonetheless. Wow. Yep. That is awesome. That's awesome. Like fresh tuna, sashimi with this lovely, lovely sauce. And the most challenging thing here is how do you actually eat it? I think a knife and fork is not really the right way to go. And at the same time, this could be quite a messy sandwich, but hey, let's give it a try. No one's watching. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah. Okay, the good thing about doing it the messy route is you really get all the flavors how it's supposed to be. That's so good. Well, that was as delicious as always. Going to continue on now for a little stomp around the city. So Zagreb city centre is split into two parts. Basically there's the upper town, there's the lower town. So the upper town is the area up on the hill where the cathedral is and a lot of the sites are located. The lower town's a much bigger area, heading from the upper town down below the central station. So we're walking through the big park now, it leads up to Central Station. Another one of Zagreb's grand old buildings, it's the Strosmayer Gallery of Old Masters. Museum currently closed down, but lovely to walk past on the way to Central Station. And would you look at that, you walk out the other side into the next stage of the park and it gets even grander. And this last stage of the park takes us right up to Zagreb's Central Station. Another beautiful grand old building. The train tracks of the station definitely separate the beautiful part of the lower town here with the more modern, not so attractive part the other side. Then you're rewarded at the end with this grand view. You can see right to the hills in the background past the upper town. You can see the spires of the cathedral just popping out. So I'm here with my friend Prabhan, we've just met up. We're going to do a little bit of sightseeing down here in the lower town and then of course we're going to go for a beer and some food.
There's usually skaters hanging out here, but it's too hot, so there's no one here now.
That's
except
pretty
the
cool.
tourists.
You just don't expect that, do you? A little skate park with graffiti by this magnificent building.
Exactly, and it's the Mimara is almost in Zagreb more famous for the skaters than for the art. Everybody knows that the skaters hang out here. We're looking at the State Archive building from the 1920s, I think, and the Marko Marulić statue by Ivan Meštrović, a famous sculptor from the 20th century. And as you can see, there's construction going on because there was a damage in the 2020 earthquake. So in the March of 2020, 5.5 Richter earthquake struck Zagreb.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and all the buildings were significantly damaged in the city center. All the buildings, meaning mostly 19th, early 20th century, was damaged all across the city, and I'm going to show you more of that while we tour. We could go see the statue from up front and then go through the park there to see the Academy of Arts.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're just walking through the park here to this building ahead of us, the Academy of Drama and Arts. Just at the back side of it at the moment. Oh, so that is the National Theatre ahead of us there.
Yeah, it's opened in the 19th century. Since then, it houses Croatian opera, drama and ballet. Yeah, this is the Museum of Arts and Crafts, and the new building, the postmodern building of Academy of Music.
It's totally beautiful around here though. These buildings are fantastic. It really does give me that feeling of Austria. I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. So we're back at the Flower Square now, just really in the heart of the city, the center just below the upper town. And this is the Tesla street, and behind us is the Tesla statue. So what's this place called?
Broom44.
Broom44. So this is on the main market square here. It's quite a trendy place to go for coffee right now. Supposedly you'll get people lining up for coffee here quite often. But this is, as I understand it, the best coffee in Zagreb.
I would say so.
So, got not only a coffee here, but also a local sour craft beer. So I'm going to give this a try. Okay, best coffee in Zagreb. Smells amazing, actually. Oh wow!
It's the only brew batch filter coffee in Zagreb, and they really know, they really know how to make it. It's like a slightly lighter roast, slightly fruitier.
Yeah, it's really unique. I've never had a coffee quite like this, and I tried quite a lot of coffee in my time. Let's try this local beer. This is made in Zagreb.
Yes, it's Hublon, but a small batch that's actually unknown. He sells it nowhere except here, and only in small batches, like 50-liter batches or smaller.
Okay.
It's pear and lime, I think, sour. Nothing.
All right. Well, let's give this a try. Wow, that is super fruity. Definitely feels quite sour there, but really refreshing, really fruity. Right, gotta head on for some food. Oh yeah, and Shaba joined us. So we just come over to a place called Ambassador. This is really popular with the local scene here. My friends love this place, come here regularly. So we're coming here, we're going to have a quick beer here, then we're going off to actually a brewery. My friend Habron here is basically going to do a brewery tour of the place for some customers and just going to hang out there. Yeah, see how the night goes. Cheers.
Oh man.
Okay, so now we come out to the Garden Brewery. This is way out of the centre of town, but seems to be pretty cool. Right, let's go in and have a look. Oh, would you look at this? This is nicer. Wow. Wow. This is grand. The bar is so big. Wow. What a cool place. Cheers, guys.
This is the hour, the darkest place. Dante's Inferno, the devil's maze. It's a good world. Good world going bad.
Welcome to Valhalla.